Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sam or xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys an overview of all the maps from the new Call of Duty Black Ops map pack Annihilation that was released yesterday on the Xbox 360. And the reason why I'm going to be doing this is because I want to make sure that, a lot of people who are asking for this kind of stuff get it. On my most recent video where I showed the map Hangar 18, where I sped up the chopper gunner, a lot of people said to me, hey, xJawz, don't speed up the chopper gunner because we want to be able to see what the overhead of the map looks like. And enough people were saying stuff like that I decided, hell, I think it's time for me to just make a video to show all the people who don't have the maps what they look like, the size of them, and I'll interject a couple of my own comments and thoughts on the maps as we go. So the first map I'm going to be showing you guys is Drivin. So this is a drive-in movie theater, sort of like 50s style. Looks like we got like a trailer park on the side here. It's pretty beat up and old, whatever. But this map was referred to by someone from Treyarch in the trailer for the map pack as, sort of like a Nuketown-esque map, I guess size-wise or whatever, and it's definitely not. This is a pretty large map. I'd say it's, slightly smaller than like Hotel. It's definitely not a really small map. It's not a 1v1 map or anything like that. It's a decent map, and it's pretty linear too. You'll see right here that, it kind of goes left to right. It's pretty straight, and you've got a lot of parallels from one side of the map to the other. For example, you got these fences that sort of separate the map into three sections. You got your right side of the map, your middle of the map, then your left side of the map, and then on each side you have some buildings and some areas for people to go check out. So the one thing I will emphasize to you guys is that the middle of the map is definitely a death trap, and that's one thing that I'm not too fond of. You'll see that right here in the middle of the billboard we have this one little whatever hangout area that overlooks the map that a ton of people go to. So if you're ever on the map and you can see this, you just kind of want to look here and shoot those people out of there. You can even shoot through the walls too to kill them. It'll shoot them like through here if they hide right here or they hide right here. You can easily kill them even if they lay down. Same thing goes. But anyway, so the thing about this is that you got this overlooking the middle of the map. You've got this building overlooking sort of the middle of the map. You've got this projector building over here doing the exact same thing. This building all the way in the corner of the map doing the same thing, and then people can jump up right here and look at the middle of the map. And the thing about that is, oh, and not to mention this trailer right here. And the thing about this is that it just makes the middle of the map sort of like a dead zone, and I really don't like that. I really don't like the fact that they sort of make an area of the map off limits to me. I mean, sure, I can sit on any one of those, ledges or windows that I just mentioned and pick people off and get easy kills, but it's not all about just getting easy kills. It's also about having a fun game, and I think that sort of provides for an environment where you're not having that much fun if it's just a whole area of the map that's sort of off limits. That's pretty much it. I'll leave it up to you guys whether or not you think it's a good map or not. Obviously, playing it is a really big thing, not hearing about someone who's played it and not just looking at the map. But if it helps, this is what I want to do, show you guys the overhead of the map. So here it is. If you want to pause the screen, go ahead and do so, but we're going to move on to the next map, and let's look at Silo. Alright, so here we go. We're going to be starting it up on Silo, a pretty large nuclear missile map, whatever, with lots of missile silos on it. And this is again, like I said, pretty large map, and I'd recommend definitely using something like an assault rifle on it, or even an SMG at times. I'm going to explain what I mean about that in a minute, but let's first look at this map from above, and let me talk to you guys a little bit about it. So if I had to compare this to a map, and I don't always do this because there's not always a good comparison, but I think there is with this one, I would compare this map sort of to Quarry. It's a really large map, it's got a lot of open areas, but it doesn't play like a really large map, sort of the way like an Overgrown would from Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare 2. I'm trying to think of other good ones like Wasteland. This plays like a huge open map, and this one just doesn't. There are areas that definitely cater to assault rifles, but I can definitely see someone doing well with the submachine gun, and I've used like the Spectre on it a couple times and worked out pretty well, and that's just because you got all this cover in the middle of the map. So if you look in the middle of the map here, you got this crane right here on the left, you've got this missile silo on the right, this one up here in the top right, and this one, it's an empty building, you can't get in there, it's just kind of a dead space, whatever. And then over here you've got another one. So the cool thing about this one, I guess kind of cool, is you can go underground from this one, and what you're actually going to be able to do is come up in this missile silo right here. So yeah, this little underground pathway, whatever. A lot of people do use it, so I would watch out for that and make sure, you know, if you're hanging up in this little catwalk area, you keep that in mind that people are going to be coming behind you quite often. So throw down a claymore or whatever. But again, you know, this area right here, not too good, and I'll tell you why. It's because people absolutely love this spot in this building up top here, because when people spawn all the way back here, I think the team deathmatch spawn, demolition spawn, stuff like that, people are going to spawn back here, and if people are using an assault rifle and are going to play defensively, their first move is probably to run up in here, or actually to run up into this building over here where you're going to see a window. Now, I'm not going to go on for 10 minutes and talk about this map and every little thing I think about it, because honestly, I've only played it probably like 10 or 20 times. I got to put more time into the game well, maybe not even that many times, but I got to play it a lot more in order to really give you guys an assessment. But I will say that I absolutely do not like the fact that this side of the map is so populated and this side of the map over here is so unpopulated. It seems like so much of the traffic is either in the middle of the map or on this side of the map. And the reason why I don't like the fact that so many people go here and I don't understand it is because, like I said, there's a window right here, and then there's a window over here, both of which people use a lot with assault rifles to sort of like, you know, watch the center of the map. And then you've got people who are going to run from back here, and they're going to start running to try and get to the other side of the map, and they're going to get funneled because the only way to get up into this spawn is from this area right here if they're on this side of the map, and then they get picked off from someone up in this window right here. And the exact same thing goes for people on the other side. If someone is trying to get from this side of the map to this side of the map, what's going to happen is someone's going to be sitting right here with an assault rifle, and they're going to be at an extreme disadvantage, and that just makes this side of the map a spot I really don't like to use. Sometimes I'm sort of forced to, but I'm not too crazy about that. I think it's a little bit of a flaw in their map design. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for Silo. One more time, we're going to go up, and then we'll move on to Hangar 18. Alright, here we go. We got Hangar 18. This is the map that I posted my very first video from the new map pack on. Was a pretty good map in my opinion when I first played it, and it still is. So let's talk a little bit about why I think so. So first, let's go all the way up so you guys can get a good overhead view of this map, aerial view of this map. And here we go. So what you're going to see is right here in the center of the map, the main focus is this Blackbird plane right here, and that's kind of obvious. A lot of people go to this area of the map. I'd say the most frequented area of this map, like right after people spawn, at least in team deathmatch, is people coming from this side of the map, going to these barrels right here and sitting behind them, or going up into or on top of this Blackbird, and then maybe heading inside, or just kind of sitting around the Blackbird and looking for people on the other side of the map who are trying to do the exact same thing. People will spawn back here, they'll run up, they'll get behind these barrels, or they'll run up on top of the Blackbird. Occasionally people go on the side of the map, but for the most part, this is where you're going to see all the commotion going on. So what I talked about earlier was that a lot of people, you know, don't use the focal point of the map, which is this building right here, and I really like that. The way it's set up, it's not a safe haven for campers or anything like that. These windows are really big and really showing, so it's kind of hard to use them as really good cover, and the same thing goes with the windows on these sides. So, you know, if I need to reload or something, I feel much safer in the center of this map, like in this building, than I would pretty much in the center of any other map in this game. It just seems like not too many people actually head in here. It's a pretty balanced map in that I often see people running on this side of the map, in this building back here, all around this map. It seems, you know, is fairly well occupied, and there's no like corners of the map or sides of the map like on Silo that no one's using and are sort of